Hey guys, I'm back like I said in my previous video, but today I really want to talk about something that is very important to me, and it is homeless veterans. So as you guys know, I was in the military, I was in the Air Force, and when I got out and I moved over here to California, I actually was searching for jobs, and I found this grant organization, and it's called HVRP, which stands for Homeless Veterans Reintegration Program. And I didn't even know what it was at first. I was like, oh, this is in my field of study, so this would be perfect. I met all the requirements and what have you, so I applied and I eventually got the job. And I was so surprised when I got there. I was like, I didn't even know that this existed. Like, who made this up? What's going on? I didn't hear about it in my TAP class, the class that you go through when you transition. So when you transition out of the military, everybody has to go through this class. Air Force is called TAP. I don't even remember what the acronym stands for, but Transition Assistant, I don't know. But anyways, you have to go through this TAP class, and a lot of people don't take that class seriously. They should, because you do learn a lot, and especially if you're moving somewhere else, and people fall down on hard times all the time, and you never know when you will need to utilize those services. I began working there, and I just started learning. I was actually an employment specialist, and I was promoted to lead employment specialist. I actually did really well in this company. But anyways, they do so much for veterans. They assist veterans with employment, resume classes, anything you can think of. They will actually even assist you with getting a job. I mean, obviously they're not going to do everything for you. I mean, I remember I had a few veterans that expected me to write their resume, apply for the job. I mean, I can't do all that. You have to put in work in order to get the position that you want, essentially. You can't just depend on somebody to do it for you, but we're here to help you. I say we, I don't work there anymore because I decided to be a stay-at-home mom, but I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about the services. This is not a sponsored video. I just think that being a homeless veteran, not me being a homeless veteran, but just people in general, I think is very sad, and I feel like they're not aware of the services available in their areas. So anyways, what I would do is I would teach resume classes. I would show veterans how to build their resume and cater it towards each job position. I mean, that's what you want to do, and I'm going to make a separate video on that, just on some resume tips and all that kind of stuff. I would go to these places. I'm not going to say exactly where I would go because that's like giving where I live and everything like that, but I would go where homeless veterans would go to receive services. So the VA would be there, and they would be helping them with their medical stuff. They would help them put in for their disability claims, help them get into housing, all kind of cool services like that. So I would go there and help people. I would help them get their, not necessarily a dream job, but a job that would allow them to live, allow them to provide for their families. And it was such an amazing feeling just to be able to do that. I remember I had one veteran, he was an addict, and he was out running on the streets, homeless, didn't know anything about these programs, and I literally watched his whole life change. I seen the whole entire change, and it's so humbling, and it's like, the fact that this organization is there and is able to help people like that, it's amazing. I also had another veteran that, he was, after he had a surgery in the military, he was addicted to pain medication. So after he got out, he actually got hurt while he was in Iraq or Afghanistan, one of them, I'm not sure, and he was really badly hurt. He was actually blown up, and he was addicted to these medications, and he was just out doing whatever. He had no idea that he was entitled to benefits. He had no idea. There's houses out here that can assist you. I would also help them. We had another grant called the SSVF grant. We would also assist them with their rent if they qualified. Being a homeless veteran does not mean that you're on the streets holding up a sign, asking for money. That is a homeless veteran, but there are other definitions. There's numerous definitions. For example, if you are living with somebody, if you're living with your mom, your name is not on a lease, you are living with your friends, and the apartment's in their name, you are technically a homeless veteran. Regardless of whether or not you want to admit that you're a homeless veteran, you qualify. The grant, I believe, will change every year, so I'm just speaking from when I was working there and the types of services they provided. What we would do is, once we would also get the veterans a job, we would assist them financially with things that they may need. For example, one, receive their hiring letter or an email saying you know, been accepted and whatnot. If the veteran was like, I don't have a uniform, we would purchase that uniform for them. If they didn't have transportation, we would get them a bus pass. If they needed a gas card, we would give them a gas card. I mean, it wasn't just free money where we give them every single day, but, you know, obviously we have to keep track of all that and they can't just be spending everything, but we would definitely assist them with all of that, allow them to get to and from their place of employment. I mean, it was amazing. I was able to meet a lot of great people. I went to San Diego for training, met other HVRP representatives. I also went around and met a lot of HR managers around the area, went to numerous job fairs, and, you know, just to let people know about our services. They would come up, they had no idea that we even existed, just like I had no idea. So I just wanted to make this video because I want people to know, like, if you are in that situation or if you are close to being in that situation, don't wait until you're on the street, or don't wait until it's, you know, too late to where it's like you don't have any money. Come to a place where they can help you. There's so many services. I'm actually going to put a link down below in the subscription box to show you can actually look up your region and see if they have the grant available for you. I've also worked next to a grant. So the lady that I worked next to, she actually dealt with the SSVF grant, and that assisted veterans with their rent. Yes, their rent. And it was amazing. And I've even had veterans, you know, not with me because I didn't work with that grant, I was strictly HVRP, but they've said, you know what, I don't need help with my rent anymore. I have this job now and I can pay for it myself. And I just think that's so amazing that they were able to do that. But I definitely want to give you guys some resume tips, and I want everybody just to realize that there are other services. Like I said, I actually paid attention in my TAP class. Sorry, I'm like kind of sick, but I actually paid attention in my TAP class, and, you know, I don't really think the resume class was all that great in there. It was kind of like, here, throw something together. They didn't really explain specifics on it, but I didn't realize all of the services provided, and I want you guys to know that before it is too late and then you have to work way too hard just to get your head above water. I don't want to see anybody doing that. Veterans commit suicide every single day. You know, veterans are unaware of the fact that they are entitled to VA benefits. Some people get out and they don't even know that they can use the VA. I've had older veterans, Vietnam veterans, that, you know, have been through a lot, and even the veterans now, Iraq veterans, war veterans, everything, like, some of them get out and they don't know. They don't want anything to do with it because it's a sensitive subject. I've had veterans to where I couldn't even talk about, you know, they were like, I don't want to talk about anything military related. Just tell me what I need to do, where I need to go, you know, and I totally get that and I respect that. But I want them to know that they can go to the VA and receive medical treatment. You know, one of the things with HVRP grant is that you cannot be dishonorably discharged. I mean, they're not going to assist somebody like that was dishonorably discharged, but it can be other than honorable and anything else. It just cannot be dishonorable. But I just want to see people's lives change, especially our veterans. You know, I'm not hating on any type of like civilians if you're going through hard times, but I just know that, you know, I love my veterans, and I really just want everybody to know what opportunities are afforded to them. And go to the VA. If you're by a VA, walk in there. They have so many freaking opportunities. Go in there, they'll hook you up with a rep, everything. And I know a lot of people, there's been a lot of things going on with the VA where people will be like, oh, they suck and blah, 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 and they take too long. I mean, think how many veterans there are actually out there. Like, your turn will come. I just don't... They have helped so many people. I don't work for the VA or anything like that. This is just from my experience. They have, you know, been slow, and that's fine. They can do that. But essentially, you're going to get medical care. I mean, that's what you're there for, free medical care. Medical care is so expensive as a civilian. It's like, be grateful and just be patient. Just be patient. But they will assist you. That, oh, you know, you need help getting a job? You want to go speak to this person. You have to be proactive. You can't expect everything to come to you. You can't expect people to be like, oh, you're a veteran? Here, let me do that. No, like, you need to ask questions. Do that. Don't be afraid. If somebody tells you no, then it's no. The answer is going to be no anyway. So ask questions and see what you can do. I just want to see people succeed. And I hope, if anybody has ever utilized the HVRP grant, let me know in the comments and how your experience was with them, and if you have any tips or anything for any of these other veterans transitioning out of the military. But it's week after, no, it's not a week after Thanksgiving. It was just the Thanksgiving holiday, so I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And I'm actually going to go ahead and film a resume video right now, just a short one, just the things not to do and stuff like that. But I hope you guys have all had a wonderful day, and bye.